Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Chats with Chaudhry. I hope you're safe and well. I'm delighted to be joined by my good friend Aaron Sato, who is the Chief Scientific Officer for Twist Bioscience, or BioPharma, I should say. And today we're going to be talking about, and I have to look this up because I don't say this very often, VHH Single Domain or Nano Body Libraries, which Aaron will actually be presenting on on Monday, which is the very first day of the Festival of Biologics, which starts from the Monday, the 2nd of November, all the way through to the 6th of November. So, Aaron, first of all, how are you?
Doing great. Yeah, we're a lot of great things going on in Twist Biopharma, and in particular, we've had a lot of success recently with our VHH Single Domain libraries. So, looking forward to talking about it next week.
Fantastic. Well, look, before we start talking about that, for those people who haven't seen the first two videos that we did, which talked about some of your other libraries, perhaps you could tell people a little bit about Twist Bioscience and your role there.
Yeah, so again, I head up a group called the division of Twist Bioscience called Twist Biopharma. We're focused on using Twist synthetic DNA technology to create our own proprietary antibody phage display libraries. So we have a whole suite of antibody phage display libraries. We call it our library of libraries that we offer up to pharma and biotech companies to either license or do funded projects with us to help them discover antibodies. And then we have a whole platform for antibody optimization that we call TAO, which stands for Twist Antibody Optimization, which also, again, relies on our tremendous library DNA capability to make optimization libraries around specific leads.
Right, okay. Now let's talk about these VHH single domain libraries. What's so unique about them and how can researchers use them and what applications can they use them for?
Yep, so VHHs are heavy chain only antibodies. They're present in, of course, camelids, including llamas and alpacas, as well as in some cartilaginous fish. So for example, sharks. They only have a heavy chain, so they don't have a light chain. So they're much, the binding part of it is much smaller than a traditional antibody.
Right.
They can be used for bispecific antibodies quite readily. And they also are very stable and they express really well in all kinds of different expression systems. So a lot of people really love them for creating all kinds of multivalent bispecific constructs, as well as addressing some difficult to drug targets, oftentimes in the infectious disease space. They've been proving very useful for COVID in particular recently. You may have seen a lot of antibodies derived from llamas or other VHH technologies to address COVID. And so certainly, we have actually 4 different libraries that are VHH single domain libraries. And we've been using those to neutralizing antibodies to the SARS-CoV-2 S1 spike protein, and we've shown data publicly that they're very potent and neutralize the virus. So again, showing the power of our VHH single domain libraries.
And what's unique about your libraries then compared to anybody else's?
Our libraries are synthetic. So we basically take natural llama diversity. We found a database of over 3,000 VHH sequences that bound specific targets in the llama. And then we use those 3,000 sequences to make a whole series of different synthetic libraries. So even though they're naturally inspired by the llama, they're synthetic in nature. And so that allows us to shuffle diversity and create synthetic libraries that have a lot more epitope diversity. So oftentimes in vivo systems, you're limited to specific epitopes based on tolerance.
Right.
With our synthetic libraries, we don't have that limitation. So we have all the benefits of a single domain, like I talked about before, but we have the advantages of working in a synthetic library system where we can get broad epitope coverage on every target we pan against. So, and the VHH libraries are also really good at addressing difficult to drug targets like integral membrane proteins as well. And having that broad epitope coverage in a synthetic library is actually really key to that.
Right. And how has that technology developed and is developing then?
Yeah, we continue to be really impressed by the performance of these libraries. We've panned them probably now on over a dozen different targets through either our own internal work or through work with our partners. We always get, upwards of 50 unique hits to every target we go after. And as I said, they're really easy to express and they bind just like in similar affinity ranges as normal heavy chain, light chain antibodies. So they have all the benefits of an IgG, but they're smaller and more compact. So I think they have a lot of great advantages that a lot of people are really starting to appreciate.
Right, fantastic. And so you're actually presenting this next week at the Festival of Biologics. So it's in the afternoon, I understand. That correct?
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. And if people want to know more, and if they're not, for example, registered for Festival of Biologics, how can they get more information about these libraries?
Yeah, so we have our own website, twistbiopharma.com. You also can go to the main Twist site, which is twistbioscience.com. Again, I'm very big on LinkedIn. This was what it was like. GUR was one. So again, feel free to ping me on LinkedIn if you want more information. But happy to and really love to talk about our single domain offering.
Fantastic. Well, I know you're very busy, rushing around trying to fit all these talks in and prepare for all these different presentations you've got. So that's all we've got time for. But if people would like to know more about these single domain libraries that Aaron's been talking about, then please, if you're attending Festival of Biologics next week, sign up for his talk next week and hear him talking there. Also, you can check out the website, or as Aaron's already mentioned, you can send him a message on LinkedIn and leave a comment below this video if you'd be interested in more information. And I will put the links to the website and any relevant white papers or any other information they've got with this post as well, and also registration to the event as well next week. So Aaron, as always, it's lovely to catch up with you. It's good to see you again. I hope all is well. And for everybody else,
thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time. And everybody else, thank you very much. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Stay well and stay safe as always. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.